In this video, I'll explain what a shareholder proxy fight is and how to prepare for one. I'm Santiago Cueto, board-certified international business law expert and best-selling author. In my 30 years of practice, I've helped many of my clients prepare for proxy fights, both in the boardroom and in the courtroom. Now, a shareholder proxy fight can destroy years of careful planning in a matter of weeks. Most executives think it won't happen to them. Then one day they wake up and find activist investors launching a campaign to replace their board of directors. By then, it's often too late to mount an effective defense. Let me show you what these battles really look like and what you need to do right now to protect your company. A proxy fight is a battle for control of your company fought through shareholder votes. Now, here's how it works. Your shareholders elect your board of directors at annual meetings. Usually, these elections are routine. Management nominates candidates. Shareholders vote to approve them, and everyone just goes home. But sometimes a shareholder or a group of shareholders decides they want different directors. They nominate their own slate of candidates. They ask other shareholders to vote for their nominees instead of management's nominees. This is what's called a proxy fight. Now, the term proxy refers to the voting authority shareholders grant to others. When you can't attend a meeting, you give someone else your proxy to vote your shares. Now, in a proxy fight, both sides are fighting to collect these proxies from shareholders. These fights are expensive, they're brutal, and they're very public. Let me be clear about what's at stake. The board of directors controls the company. They hire and fire the CEO. They set strategic direction. They approve major transactions. If activists win enough board seats, they can change everything about how your company operates. So why do these fights happen? Well, the most common reason is performance. An activist investor thinks the company is underperforming. They believe new directors with new strategies will increase shareholder value. Maybe they want to sell the company. Maybe they want to spin off divisions. Maybe they want to change management entirely. Now, sometimes activists target specific governance issues. They might oppose executive compensation. They might want different capital allocation. They might push for environmental or social changes. Other times, it's about specific transactions. Shareholders might oppose a merger. They might want to block an acquisition. They might demand the company sell itself. Now, the reality is simple. If enough shareholders are unhappy, you're vulnerable to a proxy fight. Now, let me explain what actually happens during one of these battles. The activist files preliminary proxy materials with the SEC. These documents explain why they're running their own director candidates. They detail what they think is wrong with current management. They outline their vision for the company. Then both sides start campaigning. They send letters to shareholders. They make presentations. They hire proxy solicitors to contact shareholders directly. They run advertisements, and they give interviews to financial media. The costs add up fast. Legal fees, proxy solicitation fees, public relation fees, investment banker fees. A single proxy fight can easily cost millions of dollars, and that's just the direct costs. The distraction affects business operations. Management spends months focused on the fight instead of running the company. Employees get nervous, customers get worried, and competitors see opportunity. Now, here's something most executives don't realize until it's too late. By the time an activist publicly announces a proxy fight, they've already done months of preparation. They've analyzed your business. They've identified sympathetic shareholders. They've developed their own arguments. They're ready for a battle. You need to be ready too. And that means preparing before a fight even starts. Now, if you're finding this helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I share practical legal advice for business owners every single week. You don't want to miss it. Now let's talk about preparation for a proxy fight. The first step is knowing your shareholders. This sounds basic, but most companies don't do it well. You need to know who owns your stock. You need to know how they think about your company, and you need to know what matters to them. Large institutional shareholders are particularly important. A handful of large investors often control enough votes to decide a proxy concept even before it starts. You should have regular communication with these investors, not just during proxy season, all year long. Now listen to what they tell you. If they raise concerns about strategy or performance, take them seriously. These concerns won't just disappear. They'll become ammunition for the activists later on down the road. Early warning systems matter. Monitor your stock for unusual trading activity. Track Schedule 13D and 13G filings. These documents reveal when investors acquire significant stakes. An activist often starts building a position months before going public. Now, watch also what activists are doing in your industry. If they're targeting companies like yours, you might be next. Study their tactics, understand their arguments, and think about how similar arguments might apply to your company. Your board needs proxy fight experience. At least some directors should have been through these battles before. They'll know what to expect, and they'll help you avoid any mistakes along the way. Now, have relationships with advisors before you need them. Proxy solicitors, securities lawyers, public relations firms, investment bankers. You don't want to be interviewing advisors while an activist is already campaigning against you. Create response protocols now. Who makes decisions during a crisis? How fast can you mobilize? What approvals do you need? These questions should have answers before a fight even starts. Your governing needs to be defensible. Review your executive compensation. Can you explain why it's appropriate? Look at your board composition. Do you have the right skills and independence? Also, importantly, examine your strategic plans. Can you articulate why your strategy will create value? Activists will attack weak points in your governance. Don't give them easy targets. Document your strategy and performance. Maintain records showing why you made key decisions, and keep data on how your performance compares to peers. You'll need this evidence to defend your track record. Now consider your capital structure. Some defensive measures make proxy fights harder to win. Staggered boards, advance notice bylaws, shareholder rights plans. These tools have trade-offs. Discuss them with your lawyers. Know the voting rules. Different states have different laws. Your bylaws matter. The NYSE and NASDAQ have specific rules. Understanding the technical details can make the difference between winning and losing. Also, practice matters. Run tabletop exercises. Simulate how you'd respond to different activist scenarios. Test your communication plans. Find weaknesses in your defenses. And most importantly, focus on performance. The best defense against activists is strong business results. If you're creating value for shareholders, proxy fights become much harder to win. But even well-run companies can face proxy fights. Markets are unpredictable. Activists sometimes have unrealistic expectations. Sometimes they're just wrong about what will create value. That's why preparation matters so much in proxy fights. A proxy fight will test everything about your company, your strategy, your governance, your relationships with shareholders, your ability to communicate under pressure. The companies that survive these battles are the ones that prepare in advance. They build strong relationships with shareholders. They maintain defensible governance. They document their decisions. They know who to call when crisis hits. Don't wait until an activist files proxy materials to start thinking about these issues. But then you're already behind. Take action now while you still have time. Your future board of directors will thank you. Now, if this video helped you understand your rights, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more practical legal advice that protects your business. I'm Santiago Cueto, your Florida business attorney. Be sure to watch more of my videos here.